Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? It's day 24 of RPG A Day 2021, and the word I've chosen today is share. Because role-playing games are, in fact, a shared hobby. Unless you're an enthusiast of solo role-playing games, you share the experience with somebody else. And even then, if you're into that sort of thing, you can find just people who are passionate about solo role-playing games, like Abraham of Talking About Games, that YouTube channel, sharing their experiences, sharing their insights on that particular facet of the hobby. So no matter what, we're sharing with each other. And so, we can't play these things unless we're doing solo by ourselves. So we share the experience with other people. And very often, we get a new game, we find something new, and we share our enthusiasm with other people. Because after all, who else are we going to play it with? So we read the game, we're checking it out, we're sharing our impressions, our reactions, our insights. We play the game, we're sharing our experiences with each other. Hey, how'd you think that was? Or I thought it was great, and you ought to try this, that sort of thing. We promote things to one another. And, that makes all of our lives richer. It certainly has not made my bank account richer. I just got a copy of Alien Colonial Marines in the mail today because Anthony shared his enthusiasm for that with me. It's great, so I've spent some money on role-playing games due to my friends sharing stuff with me. But what else was I going to spend the money on except bass guitar gear and stuff like that? Probably spent a lot more money on that than in role-playing games. So although I could buy dice, anyhow, so we share things with each other in that manner. Some of us choose to share our experiences, our thoughts, all that kind of stuff, even our actual plays, with other people via something like YouTube or podcasts or blogs or whatever. And check out the blog. I'll link it below. I don't have a podcast yet. Maybe I'll do that one day. Or whatever. We do it in some way, shape, or form. Because we just want to share experiences with a wider audience. And that's certainly made my life richer. Not just doing this, but seeing the other content providers, for lack of a better word, reading their blogs, watching their videos, checking out their podcasts, all that sort of thing. And that has, enriched my view of the hobby by getting a lot of other, people's takes and perspectives on things. And not only that, but it's enabled me to form friendships with people I never otherwise would never met. And even been able to share the game experience with them, playing games, and then we'll stream them or, put them up here and all that kind of stuff. We get to share the hobby with one another. And, this is just by casting those wider nets. Pretty cool. And it's, another thing I like to do is share the hobby with people that have never played before or just starting to play. That's one of the reasons I still run the game for the kids at the library, is because I can share my, experience with the game with them and have that happen. But I really like taking people that have just never played, because there's a lot of misconceptions about the hobby. And it's always neat to see somebody kind of brighten up and maybe catch the bug, even if it's just for one game session, and have fun with it. And it's really neat to see people really say, I'd like to do that some more. It's cool stuff. And probably the most profound thing, though, that we can share with each other is the actual experience of the game, of playing together. And we can have these experiences together that can run the gamut from exciting, thrilling, hilarious, moving, poignant, disturbing, frightening, inspirational, add a descriptor or adjective here. Run the whole gamut of these experiences we can have with other people that nobody else is going to have. They can have something similar, but they're never going to have that one. We're the small group of people sharing this experience. Maybe we have different perspectives on the experience, but we share it together. And, we can look back, we can look to each other and say, hey, remember when? And the other person says, yeah, I remember. And we can, it's like we're almost like survivors of a particular life-changing event. And we can kind of look at each other with recognition and, know that they've shared that thing and they know what we're talking about. Maybe that's a bad metaphor or analogy to use, because very often they're fun, exciting. We shared, we're survivors of an exciting event. You know what I mean? But it's really neat, that we get to share this with each other. And for a hobby full of introverts, or at least seemingly full of introverts, we sure talk to each other a lot, don't we? How about that? Take it easy, kids. It's been fun sharing this with you.